Let me go across to Lieutenant General D.B. Pandey, our defense expert. Thank you so much, sir, for connecting with us. I want to come to you first because a lot has happened in the last 24 hours. Donald Trump started by saying that he's going to wipe out the entire civilization as far as Iran is concerned. And few hours later, just ahead of the deadline, he said that there is a ceasefire plan in a place. And now, just a while back, he has said that this is a big day for the world peace. Your reaction on this?
Yesterday evening on your channel only, I had anticipated and I said that ceasefire is coming, because when you read the tweet of Trump, of the one which you were referring of the yesterday night or for them in the early morning, it was very indicative that there's some back channel talks are happening. And this first line, which has been taken out of context because maybe he's not British English or whatever, some reason he's not being able to put it out right, it all indicated towards a ceasefire which is likely to happen, and which also possibly doesn't include Mustafa. There is some other elements which with which they are talking. This punishment which happened yesterday night in Kharg Island and other places was also to put a little egg those people who were talking to compel IRGC to come on board for this talk. But now today morning, what has happened is when they made the statement of the world will be at peace and it's a great news for everybody, and the second statement just come about that we will be hanging around and controlling, or we'll be around Hormuz and stuff like this. This is, I think, what happens is when you go on to a negotiation table, you have a very, very positive environment which is sent out, right? And the second part is that both sides, Iranians will take a maximalist approach, and so will the Americans, because when you come onto the discussion table, that is the time you will find somewhere a middle path in the entire thing. But today, what has happened is that the Americans are looking to be batting actually from the back foot, and Iranian looks somewhere that they are dictating terms. Because 2-3 essential things which are happening in this entire deal which is going to be talked about, and I don't think major change will happen, only the cost will differ. That is the control of Hormuz and tolls which will be taken at Hormuz. I think that is one part. And the second is, I think the Iranian infrastructure may have been destroyed or degraded, but the program will recommence the moment these deals are signed. I think two very, very essential parts, and regime change in that sense, the way they were looking to get a positive to the Western powers or to American thought, that regime change has not happened, and they are still live and kicking as of now. The last point I'll just add, Akansha, that the last couple of, last about a year has shown you can't trust Trump. Midnight hammer happened 2 days before the talks were to conclude last year. 28th Feb, the strike started a day prior when the talks were to conclude or they were in progress. This also, when he attacked Kharg Island, happened about 12 hours when he had kept the promise of ceasefire. So what is happening in the planning process will not actually come out on the tweets or messaging. There is a high possibility, I feel, and that they are doing some sort of a deal with people in Iran. And this is just buying time for about 2 weeks to achieve that.
All right, because this is something Iran has also been saying, that they lack trust as far as US is concerned. Talks were underway in February as well earlier this year, but then they attacked and killed their supreme leader as well. So next 14 days are going to be very important. It remains to be seen what really happens when it comes to what you actually said. On that, I want to go across to Ambassador Jeffrey Gunter, former diplomat. Sir, I want to ask you about the possible friction that could come as far as the next 14 days are concerned, because Iran has said that they will open the Strait of Hormuz, but they will be charging a toll there. Other than that, they had requested both the parties to not attack Hezbollah in Lebanon, but it appears that Israel will be attacking and is now attacking Hezbollah. There, the attacks continue. So what, according to you, could be the friction point as far as the ceasefire plan there is concerned?
Well, President Trump made it incredibly clear that the Strait of Hormuz needs to be immediately open and flowing, plain and simple. And don't forget, it's Iran that came to the table Why? Because we progressively, methodically, brilliantly decapitated their leadership. No more supreme terrorist leader of Iran. No more Soleimani from before. So they are running out of leadership, and America has devastated them, destroyed them, and degraded them. Their ability to make war has been incredibly eliminated. But really, we're looking towards the future. They want the peace right now. And, you know, the criteria for America has been consistent all the way along. No nuclear abilities, no offensive missile capabilities, no more proxies terrorizing the world, and an open Strait of Hormuz. That has not changed. It's been steady throughout. And that's what America has been accomplishing with a terrorist regime. And eventually, you know, we've droned enough of their leaders, enough of their leaders are gone. And remember, the unpredictability of Donald Trump is the brilliance of Donald Trump, especially when you're dealing with the number one state sponsor of terror, which has been Iran. This war has not been approximately a 30-day war. This has been a 47-year war waged by the radical, theocratic, terrorist Islamics in Iran, where they have kept the Iranian people, the great, amazing Iranian people, captives and hostages, and they've murdered 45,000 of them. 45,000 of them. So when someone talks about the unpredictability or the unreliability of Donald Trump, don't forget, Iran is a terrorist regime. They have no regard for human life. And if you don't believe me, go ask the 45,000 innocent civilians in their own country that they just murdered.
Absolutely. And now that the ceasefire announcement has been made, it is a temporary, a conditional ceasefire. The major question is who really holds the bargaining chips. Let me tell you, take you through what it really means for the United States, why it is important for them, because it averts a risky escalation of the war that has been going for over 1 month. Donald Trump gets to position himself as a decisive deal maker, and also what he posted just a while back, that this is a big day for the world peace, something that he has been repeating again and again, eases domestic pressure on Donald Trump, because in the last 2 to 3 weeks, we have seen that his approval rating has also gone down. Very important given that November midterm elections are fast approaching. It strengthens narrative of victory without full invasion, something that they were looking forward to. Reduces economic pain from soaring oil and gas prices. That was very important because it was not just about the war in West Asia. Many other countries were getting affected by it, including India and all our neighbors as well. And there was a lot of pressure on Donald Trump regarding that. It reduces the military spending pressure as well, because there have been a lot of damages as far as the aircrafts there are also concerned. We have another breaking update coming in. Let's cut across to that. We're learning that after Donald Trump announced truce, Iran has given a message on the Strait of Hormuz, saying that Hormuz will no longer be the same. Hormuz will not be the same as it was before war. Iranian's foreign minister has given a statement on Hormuz safe passage, possible only via coordination, is what they have said, and they have called for the coordination with the Iranian forces. So that's a statement, in fact, that has come in from Iran as far as the ceasefire is concerned. Let me go across to Tara Karta, former director at National Security Council Secretariat. How do you see this changing scenario? Because Donald Trump wanted Strait of Hormuz to open. Now that it will be opening, Iran has said that they will in fact, be changing the game. They will be imposing toll. They will be sharing that with Oman and also helping, using that money to help rebuild their country. So how do you look at this entire scenario unfolding and things that have changed in the last 12 hours?
I think that was a very smart Iranian move to bring in Oman also into the equation and say, we'll do it together. But I just saw a report that Oman, and this is at the working level, there's a meeting going on between Oman and Iranians at the deputy secretary level to open up the Strait of Hormuz. So there is something going on there. There are different points of, there's someone saying one thing, someone doing something else. So we have to wait this out to see actually what happens. Iran has under international law, it has no right to heavy fees in that area, even if it is with Oman, unless of course it includes all the countries on the Gulf, then it's possible. But what I think it will bargain for, and what it has bargained for from the beginning, is that it needs guarantees. If a ceasefire, it has to take place, someone has to guarantee that ceasefire. If you have to guarantee it, that means troops on the ground. Somebody, some kind of, I call them peacekeeping troops. Someone on the ground has to say, okay, we are here, it's not going to happen before. And until that is done, Iran will continue to play these games to say that we'll do X and Y and Z. And if I can just add one more thing to what the previous speaker said, as far as, the fact that Iran has no friends in the region and still continues to back Lebanon and Gaza and Palestine, I mean, I don't know where this is going to go, because Israel, very understandably, will naturally not stop attacking Hezbollah. I wouldn't. If I was Israel, I wouldn't do that. So this is all very iffy. We'll have to wait and see why Trump agreed to the 10-point proposal, which was already there. Now we're saying China has stepped in, is talking to them. That is the key. Why did he agree? That 10-point cease plan he's been there for a while.
Absolutely. So it remains to be seen what really happens in the next 14 days and what more demands are agreed to. But let me take you through more details as far as the Strait of Hormuz is concerned and why it is called as a revenue gold mine. Remember, before the war started, as many as 138 ships used to cross this crucial waterway. That was later blocked by Iran and was used as a pressure point as far as the war is concerned. The tax that Iran now wants to allow US vessels to go through is $2 million per ship that they want, and that would create the revenue of $133 million revenue per day for Iran that they also want to share with Oman. So it remains to be seen how that pans out in the coming day. As far as Iran and Oman are concerned, revenue per day, imagine this is a big number, $276 million a day revenue that they will be earning from that crucial waterway that they will be opening, that they've said that they will be opening. Revenue per month as far as both the countries are concerned, and this goes into billions, $8.28 billion that both the countries will also be earning. That increases the war insurance, war risk insurance as well. That is 5% of the hull value. Also, in fact, as far as per ship is also concerned, if hull value is $100 million, then war risk insurance goes up by $5 million per trip, and that will be costing a lot of ship companies as well, and further costing as well the supply chain as well. The cost of crossing the Strait of Hormuz, imagine this is a big number, will be $7 million. So this will become a gold mine for Iran as far as the Strait of Hormuz is concerned. The daily cost for the ship will be $966 million. So that will, in fact, snowball into more costs that will be imposed, on the final product as well. So it remains to be seen how this really pans out as far as the entire situation is concerned, because there is a 15-point plan by Donald Trump. The major two demands was reopening of the Strait of Hormuz and for Iran to make a deal. On the other hand, Iran has come out with 10-point peace plan in which, number one, they are saying that they will be opening the Strait of Hormuz, but they will be imposing $2 million toll tax on the ships passing through. They will be sharing that with Oman and using that money to rebuild their country that has been destroyed by United States. On the other hand, they're also asking for stop of any attacks on Lebanon, on Hezbollah, their proxy there in Lebanon. But Israel had said, no, we will not be doing that. And in that backdrop, just a while back, there was a massive attack in southern Lebanon, something that we have been seeing in the last few days as well. So those are the major demands, and now a ceasefire has been announced for the next 14 days. I want to bring in Lieutenant General D.P. Pandey once again. So it remains to be seen what really happens at the end of the 14-day ceasefire. How do you see it? Do you think there could be an end to the war at the end of it? What's your assessment of what will really happen at the end of 2 weeks?
Yeah, so there's a high possibility that before this 2 weeks end, US may open the next salvo of attack to continue with the whole process. There's a high possibility because everybody is looking at the midterm elections which are going to be happening in November. And there is adequate time for them to to achieve. And when the Americans have come with a intention for a regime change, which has only been degraded, but their larger orientation towards nuclear power, they say nuclear path which they want to take, that intention doesn't go away from the table. There is no third party to actually monitor the ceasefire because UN is virtually toothless in this region and has just not played any role. Somebody needs to come about and ensure that the ceasefire thing, which he has talked for about 2 weeks, goes beyond 2 weeks. So I'll wait, and what Dr. Tara is saying, it will be worth a wait for about 2 weeks, or not even 2 weeks. I think we'll come to know within about 10 to 12 days what eventually is going to happen in the region. But please understand, in case this whole toll or revenue which are planning to generate through controlling of Hormuz comes about, you please look at the advantage Iran has. So when they went into this entire conflict, they will be actually far more in an advantageous position than this. While everything has been destroyed, and I totally agree with the pastor that the regime is not a good regime and they have been bombed the hell out of that place. But when you are dealing with a number one conventional power through an asymmetric war-fighting system, then the challenge is that without coming on the ground and changing the strategic orientation, which they have followed for nearly about 5 decades, is a difficult task. Just by bombing, you may not be able to achieve. You look at Russia, Ukraine, you look at even Hamas.
All right, so next 14 days are going to be very important. Remains to be seen what the